Sharif Dargah is not only a general city, but it is very important for the perspective of history as well as geography, because in Ajmer Sharif Dargah was built by the Khalji ruler of Malwa in the 15th century in the name of or the commemoration of Sufi Saint Khwaja Muinuddin Chishti. And Ajmer is also known as Ajaimeru, and it is the significant for cultural and religious evolution. Khwaja Muinuddin Chishti's life and legacy. He was born in Sistan in 1141 CE, and he preached Sufism, focusing on love, tolerance, and service of humanity. And he traveled across Central and South Asia before settling in Ajmer in 1191. And 1191 CE is a very much important date in the history of the past. And he founded the Chistiya Sufi order in India. So these are the some important news related to Ajmer Sharif. And Ajmer Sharif, or sorry, Moinuddin Chishti attracted many of the kings, and he influenced by immediate disciples like Kutubuddin Bakhtiyar Kaki. He was the disciple of Muinuddin Chishti. Next is Indira Gandhi Peace Prize 2024, and how will we will study how this uh, Indira Gandhi Peace Prize, which personality gives this Indira Gandhi Peace Prize, and whom to give it this prize. So let's start. Indira Gandhi Peace Prize for Peace, Disarmament, Development for 2024 will be awarded to Michael Bachelet, former President of Chile and global advocate for human rights, gender equality, and democracy. So you will learn the former President of Chile got the Indira Gandhi Peace Prize for Peace, Disarmament, and Development. And this Peace Prize was instituted in 1986 by Indira Gandhi Memorial Trust during the Rajiv Gandhi government, and this was aimed to honor contributions to peace, disarmament, and development, fostering global harmony, scientific progress, and human betterment. Award components is rupees 25 lakh, and this will be the recognizing exemplary achievements in the field to achieve this peace prize. And award given by an international jury, selected by an international jury chaired this year by Shiv Shankar Menon, former National Security Advisor. And in 2024, recipient of this Peace Prize is Michael Bachelet, former Chilean President and UN High Commissioner for Human Rights. A Nobel past recipients: Mikhail Gorbachev, of the President of US, former USSR, and UNICEF in 1989, Jimmy Carter 1997, Angela Merkel, the Chancellor of Germany, and ISRO 2014, and Sir David Attenborough 2019, and Pratham NGO, which is the very important NGO to study or to search the enrollment and the learning outcome of children in the rural areas. Pratham NGO is very much creating a platform to achieve its goal in the rural primary education. And last is Indian Medical Association and the Trained Nurses Association of India 2022. Third news is Ustaz Zakir Hussain. Ustaz Zakir Hussain was recently died in America, in Los Angeles city of the United States of America. And this is not, that is San Francisco, due to idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis. Zakir Hussain birth, he was born in Mumbai 1951 9th March. Family and roots: son of legendary tabla player Ustad Allah Rakha. Trained in the Punjab Gharana tradition. Punjab Gharana tradition is uh, the North Indian Gharana, one of the North Indian Gharanas. Music legacy: a pioneer in Indian classical and fusion music. And he was the tabla vadak, that is very much prominent or eminent personality in this musical instrument. And achievements and awards: winner of 5 Grammy awards, including one for the fusion group of Shakti. And next is Padma Shri Award 1989, 1988, and Padma Bhushan and Padma Vibhushan 2023. He was awarded a very much the prestigious awards, and collaborated with artists like John McLaughlin, Pandit Ravi Shankar. He was the violin vadak, and Ali Akbar Khan. And he was also awarded the Bharat Ratna award to Pandit Ravi Shankar. Global influence: he popularized the tabla globally through commercials and innovative collaborations. Idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis is what about this, and how this disease can be prevented, and how this can be diagnosed, or how this disease is spread in the body. A chronic progressive lung disease causing scarring fibrosis of lung tissue, making breathing difficult. And what are the various causes to pulmonary fibrosis? That means exact cause unknown. Idiopathic: this is triggered by environmental factors like smoke, dust, pollution, genetic predisposition, and chronic inflammation. So these are the various causes related to pulmonary fibrosis disease. Symptoms: various symptoms are witnessed to this disease, like shortness of breath, dyspnea, dry cough, fatigue, and unintended. These are the various symptoms which are very common to other disease as well. Diagnosis: high resolution CT scans, pulmonary function test, and occasionally lung biopsy. Treatment is the antifibrotic medication Pirfenidone, nitinib, oxygen therapy, and lung exercises. Lung transplantation for advanced cases. Next is Pradhan Mantri Rashtriya Bal Puraskar. Pradhan Mantri Rashtriya Bal Puraskar is India's highest civilian honor for children. Pradhan Mantri Rashtriya Bal Puraskar is the highest civilian award for children, celebrating exceptional advantage achievements in various fields, and it is awarded by the President of India on behalf of the Government of India, and ministry involved in Ministry of Women and Child Development. Various categories are involved to this Pradhan Mantri Rashtriya Bal Puraskar in the field of art and culture, bravery, innovation, science and technology, social service, sports, and environment. And the eligibility of this Pradhan Mantri Rashtriya Bal Puraskar must be an Indian citizen and age 5 to 18 years as of July 31 of respective year. Achievements must have occurred within 2 years prior to the nomination deadline. Up to 25 awards are conferred annually, and award details is winners receive a medal, certificate, and a citation booklet. You will learn this, you will remember. Intangible cultural heritage. Intangible cultural heritage are those heritage, intangible cultural means those heritage which are not touched by hand or physically, we cannot touch them. Recognition of Bosnian Sevdanica, also known as Balkan Blues, as part of UNESCO National Inventory of Intangible Cultural Heritage, and this is highlighting the global efforts to preserve and celebrate diverse cultural traditions. UNESCO's National Inventory of Intangible Cultural Heritage, established in 2003 as an intangible cultural heritage, and this was aimed to safeguard cultural practices, expression, and knowledge systems endangered by the globalization. And what are various criteria? Must demonstrate the importance of practice for cultural identity, and should involve active community participation, and also highlighting the rights and sustainable development, human rights and sustainable development is promoting in the cultural group, cultural society. Types of lists: representative list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity, and list of intangible cultural heritage of in need of urgent safeguarding, register of good safeguarding practices. These are three types of list. India and UNESCO. India has achieved 43 World Heritage Sites. Last is Charaideo Moidam, which was awarded in 2024, located in Assam. So you should remember this. And UNESCO committees membership: India is a member of Intangible Cultural Heritage Committee 2022 to 2026 and the World Heritage Committee 2021-2025. Previous tenure is 2006 to 10, 2014-18, and nodal office is Sangeet Natak Academy, and uh, this is UNESCO's representative list, listed the various heritage sites on the recommendation of the Sangeet Natak Academy under Ministry of Culture, manages intangible cultural heritage matters, and prepares nomination dossiers for UNESCO's representative list. Next is Balkan Blue. Balkan Blue is what? The melancholic urban love song blending South Slavic oral poetry and Ottoman music, often referred to as the Balkan Blue. It is performed in Bosnia, and various features like traditional performed a cappella or with an instrument like the saz originates from 16th century, carrying the themes of love and melancholy, recognized as a cultural symbol of Bosnia's history and identity. So this is not important much because of only important for cultural heritage of humanity or various UNESCO World Heritage Sites located in India are awarded in India by the UNESCO. Sanskrit inscriptions. Sanskrit inscription location found. Various inscriptions, Sanskrit inscriptions found in Gilgit, Pakistan occupied Kashmir was decoded by the Archaeological Survey of India. Sanskrit inscriptions location found in Gilgit, Pakistan occupied Kashmir and near Peshawar, Pakistan, 10th century CE. It was the older one. Okay, one is 4th century CE and another is 10th century CE. And various inscriptions like Gilgit inscriptions mentions Puspa Singh, who installed a Maheshwar Ling for his guru's merit, and written in Brahmi script, because Prakrit and Brahmi script were much more prevalent during the ancient time period. And Savagism adopted, patronized the Savagism of this script because of the Puspa Singh, and this is the Maheshwar Linga installed in this inscription. Peshawar inscription fragmentary engraved on a slab written in Sarda characters, refers to Buddhist Dharani chants in line 6. And one Buddhist statue was found in the Afghanistan, like his name is standing Buddha, or another name is the I think it was the Bamyan Buddha. So you should remember this as well. Waves, why in the news? Because India is set to host the World Audio Visual Entertainment Summits. That means Waves for the first time in November 2025 in Goa. And Goa is also famous for the hosting of International Film Festival every year. And full form of Waves is World Audio Visual Entertainment Summit. This is the audio visual entertainment summit. You are able to you are being able to derive the waves from its full form. That means word audio means song, and visual means watching, and entertainment, so song watching entertainment summit, a global platform fostering dialogues, trade collaborations, and innovation in the media and entertainment industry. It was established in held for the first time in 2025. Okay, and it was held to be in 2025 for the first time, and it aims to position India as a global powerhouse in media and entertainment, promoting innovation, investment, and skill development. Waves 2025 various features like host location is Goa, and organizers Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. That means uh, Government of India in collaboration with the Goa government. Key focus area like content production and innovation, animation, VFX and gaming, music and intellectual property creations. Next is kingdoms and hydrology contributions. Deccan empires from Mauryan to Vijayanagar excelled in monsoon driven water management, offering lessons for addressing modern water scarcity amid climate change. And hydrological contribution in the peninsular India is very much important, because from this topic UPSC asked in 2023 one questions related to Vijayanagar rulers, which who built a dam over the Krishna Tungabhadra river. Kingdom and hydrology contributions. During the Mauryan Empire established the first hydraulic civilization during a century long drought, and constructed dams, tanks, and lift irrigation system was there. And references to water pricing and tank construction in Brihat Samhita. It is written in Brihat Samhita. And next, during the Satvahan period, introduced water wheels. Mauryan Empire introduced hydraulic civilization, and Satvahan introduced water wheels, which you will very much aware that what is water wheel. Water wheel means the pani extract from the well, and it will fall into the uh, small ponds through the buckets, like this is the wheel, and buckets are tightly bound in this wheel. And this wheel, while this moving circular, then it will fill water in the buckets. And while water while bucket turn to other side, then it will uh, empty down in the other ponds. So this is the water wheel. Managed droughts with improved tank systems. And during Chola period, tanks, reservoirs and canals to mitigate droughts, for example Grand Anikat Kallanai, is still functional, built for irrigation. And Vijayanagar Empire during Vijayanagar period transformed valleys into tanks and vast reservoirs. Krishna Dev Rai, sorry, not Krishna Dev Rai, but Dev Rai first built or constructed a dam in the over the Krishna river for the irrigation purposes, or Tungabhadra river tank system for water storage and agriculture, built by uh, Dev Rai first. Brahmani Sultan or Bahmani Sultanate introduced the carriage system. You should remember this carriage system for groundwater extraction. This system uses underground shafts and sloping tunnels to bring water from an upland aquifer to the surface. It is eco-friendly, relying on gravity instead of fuel-powered machines. Okay, this is the simple gravity extraction of simple extraction of water through gravity, and not use the fuel powered machines to extract water from the groundwater. This is carriage networks in Bidar and Gulbarga region is very much important or very much prevalent in these days too. Next is Kumhar site or Kumrahar site. This is the Kumrahar site. The Kumrahar site linked to Mauryan history is under Archaeological Survey of India excavation to uncover the 80 pillar assembly hall, the site of Emperor Ashoka's third Buddhist council. Third Buddhist council, the president of the third Buddhist council was Moggaliputta, and it was the Ashoka who patronized this third Buddhist council. And third Buddhist council, the purpose was aim was to compilation of third one of the third Pitakas like Abhidhamma Pitak, and it was not completed the result of Abhidhamma Pitak, and it is also the one of the copies was added written by Moggaliputta, like in added one of the copy of book written by Moggaliputta added to this Abhidhamma Pitak. Kumrahar site found first excavated between 1912 to 15 by D.B. Spooner, and this is located in Patna, Bihar. Historical significance is believed to be the conference hall for the third Buddhist council under Emperor Ashoka's reign. Architectural features: 80 pillar hall, parallel rows of 72 pillars found initially. Okay, this is not much, these are not much important for prelims perspective. However, we will study thoroughly. The sandstone pillars from Chunar, Uttar Pradesh stood about 32 feet tall with a lustrous finish typical of Mauryan architecture. Wooden roof and floor with an entrance located on the southern side. Wooden roof because wooden architecture was used by Ashokan reign, and stone architectural were used during the Mauryan Emperor Chandragupta Maurya. Arogya Vihar during the Gupta period, hospital come monastery run by Dhanvantari. Dhanvantari was one of the 9 jewels of Chandragupta Maurya. Second Chandragupta Vikramaditya's one of the 9 jewels, and Dhanvantari was the prominent figure of the Navratnas of Chandragupta Vikramaditya Chandragupta II. Next is Rajgopalachari. On Sri Rajgopalachari birth anniversary, PM Modi honored his multifaceted contributions to governance, literature, social empowerment. Sri Rajgopalachari, first independent Governor General of India. Earlier this Mountbatten was the pre-independent Governor General, last Governor General in pre-independent India. And Sri Rajgopalachari was the first Governor General of Free Independence India, Free India. And he was born in Tamil Nadu, Thorapalli, Madras Presidency. Contribution to the freedom movement, Indian National Congress. He was a prominent figure in Indian National Congress, among Indian National Congress leaders, and he was also served as the legal advisor and Secretary General. Non-cooperation movement, he was also participated in during non-cooperation movement, which was launched by Gandhiji in 1920. Promoted boycotts of British goods and institutions. Civil disobedience movement led by Salt Satyagraha in Madras Presidency, and he was also known as the Madras Gandhi, and Kerala Gandhi was known as the K. Kilappan because he led the movement, Salt Satyagraha movement in the Malabar coast. Rajaji formula was adopted by Sri Rajgopalachari or created by Sri Rajgopalachari in 1944, which was very much accepted by Jinnah, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, and it was Rajaji formula was rejected by the Indian National Congress because he formulated such features that the Muslim League was awarded the separate electorate in the 1.5 seats in the Legislative Assembly. Diplomatic efforts represented Indian National Congress in roundtable conferences and advocated peaceful negotiations for independence. Post-independence contributions like Governor General of Free India 1948-1950, last Governor General, and Chief Minister of Madras State in 1952 to 1954 for 2 years, and founder of Swatantra Party in 1959, and Swatantra Party was also advocated for free market principles and economic liberalization. Literary works like translations Mahabharata and Ramayana, he translated Mahabharata and Ramayana into English, and Tamil translation of Ramayana Chakravarti Thirumagan, which won the Sahitya Academy Award in 1958. And he was also patronized the Hinduism doctrine and way of life. Hinduism as a doctrine and way of life explored Hindu scriptures and philosophy. Autobiography, Rajaji Alive, and he was awarded the Bharat Ratna 1954 for contributions to politics, literature and public service. Raymond Magsaysay Award, he was awarded this award in 1958 for leadership during his tenure as Madras Chief Minister. Sahitya Academy Award, Honorship Fellowship honored for contributions to literature, and Ramanujan Award 1962 for translating Thirukural into English, and Thirukural author was Thiruvalluvar during the Sangam period. One of the Sangam literature is Thiruvalluvar or Thirukural. He was died on 25th of December 1972 in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Next is Subramanyam Bharati. Subramanyam Bharati is very prominent figure, and he was also a prominent figure during freedom struggle. Prime Minister released the complete works of the eminent Tamil poet and freedom fighter Subramanyam Bharati. Birth and early life. He was born in December 11, 1882, and location of Ittayapuram, Tamil Nadu. Literary contributions. He revolutionized Tamil literature with his innovative style and social themes, and translated Bhagavad Gita into Tamil language, and he promoted themes of equality, women's empowerment and freedom through his poetry. Major works like Kuilpattu, Pannanpattu, Panchali Sabatham, India Weekly 1906. During the session of the Congress, first Tamil newspaper to include political cartoons. The 1906 Congress, Indian National Congress session was held in Bengal, and INC was presided in this session by Dada Bhai Nauroji. And in 1905, which was held in Calcutta, which was held in Banaras, and he was the INC was presided by Gopal Krishna Gokhale. So these are the very important facts related to the historical point of view. And significance. Subramanyam Bharati infused patriotism and cultural pride among Indians during the freedom struggle, and advocated for women's rights and education, breaking societal barriers. His vision for a united and progressive India continues to inspire generations. Next is Neolithic science. Neolithic is very important for the ancient period, and also those sites which are included in the Neolithic sites or excavated in the Neolithic sites are very important for the prelims perspective, because UPSC asked each and every year at least one question for prelims as well as mains perspective. A Neolithic ash mound dating back 4000 to 5000 years near Sanganakallu located in Karnataka region on the outskirts of Ballari, Karnataka, has been completely destroyed by landowners. You will need to learn all these Neolithic sites like Burj and Mehergarh in Pakistan, Bhimbetka, Oldihwa, Mahagara, and this is the Hunsi, Adichanallur, Payampalli, Brahmagiri. This is the Brahmagiri range. Kurnool Cave, Kurnool in Andhra Pradesh is also the Neolithic site. Hunsigi and Kurnool caves, these are the Paleolithic sites, and another like Chiran, Oldihwa, Mahagara, and Mehergarh, Burj. So these are Hunsigi, Hallur. These are various Neolithic sites which are excavated by the Archaeological Survey of India. Neolithic sites represent the early agricultural and animal husbandry practices of human civilization dating back to 7000 to 1000 BC. And other features like ash mounds formed by burning dung and other materials during rituals. Artifacts like tools, pottery, and remnants of early settlements. Cultural practices, evidence of Nandi worship and community-based agriculture, which was practiced during Neolithic age. Neolithic sites like Sanganakallu, located in Karnataka, known for ash mounds and agricultural heritage. Mehergarh, located in Pakistan, Balochistan area, early farming and storage practices. Chiran in Bihar, pottery and animal domestication evidence. And Burj in Kashmir, known for pig dwellings and burial sites and Payampalli located in Tamil Nadu, early agricultural settlements. Next is Akbar. Prime Minister, okay, not Prime Minister, but third Mughal Emperor Akbar is celebrated for his administrative brilliance, religious tolerance, and cultural patronage, which have inspired leadership lessons in modern context. Various management system he patronized during his reign, like Mansabdari system. Mansabdari system, like various Mansab put up their land into the control of the empire, control into the empire or the reign of Akbar, and military administrative system assigning ranks, mansabs to nobles, ensuring accountability and military efficiency. As much as we know that mansab is those related to the number of horses given to these military officers or nobles, and in this phase, in this tactics, the rank was decided by the emperor to these military officers. Next is land revenue system, like Japt system, and this was the standardized land revenue collection. Land categorized into Polaj, Parauti, Chachar, and Banjar based on fertility, because the Polaj was the very fertile land which was cultivated every year, and Parauti is the less fertile land than Polaj, and Chachar is for the pasture land which was uh, making a fallow land for 3 to 5 years, and Banjar was the barren land which was only used for the forest department or forest management, or this is unfertile land. Centralized administration, Subas Sarkar, Pargana, and village, these are the central administrative units which was divided during Akbar reign. Organized hierarchy, or we can see the Mughal period. Organized hierarchy with specific officials like Subadars and Mukaddams. Mukaddam is the officer in the village areas. Councils like Diwan-e-Arj, this is the military officer. Diwan-e-Kohi, Kohi means agriculture, so Diwan-e-Kohi, or we remember the one name that was asked in the UPSC previous year questions, that means Damin-e-Koh. Damin-e-Koh. Damin-e-Koh was outsiders who has had the job only to cultivate land in the tribal area. So this is the Damin-e-Koh. Damin-e-Koh simply means the cultivated outsiders in the areas of the tribal land, or in Chota Nagpur Plateau regions. And Diwan-e-Khairat, that means charity. Art and architecture, Fatehpur Sikri, he built Fatehpur iconic structures like Buland Darwaja, Panch Mahal, Jami Masjid, reflecting Persian, Islamic, and Indian styles. Agra Fort, renovated with structures like Jahangir Mahal. Mughal paintings emphasized naturalism and realism in miniature paintings, showcasing court scenes, historical events, and nature. So these are the various art and architecture which was patronized by Akbar. Religious policy, religious tolerance, like jizya was abolished for non-Muslim. Jizya and pilgrimage tax was abolished by the Emperor Akbar for non-Muslim as well, prevented sati and promoted equality among the society. Or he was also promoting the gender equality. Ibadat Khana, which he established a platform for interfaith dialogues at Fatehpur Sikri. Ibadat Khana means simply the king came from his resting house to listen the interfaith dialogues. The king came in the assembly hall while performing the various religious pundits gathering in the assembly hall to create a dialogue for the religious institutions or the adopting of secular characters. Deen-e-Ilahi introduced a syncretic religious doctrine promoting universal harmony. That means he was supportive of the secularism and Sulekul governance policy advocating peace and industry inclusivity. And next is the historians and books on author Akbar Nama and Aini Akbari, which were written by Abul Fazl. Abul Fazl was the Akbar's right hand or the poet of Akbar. Detailed records, or we can say the Navratnas, one of the Navratnas of Akbar. Detailed records of Akbar's reign and administration, which was patronized by these books like Akbar Nama and Ain Akbari, and Hamza Nama commissioned by Akbar narrating Persian epic tales, and Hajmnama Persian translation of Mahabharata, and various literature which was written during his period like Yoga Vasisht and Mahabharata. These are the Hindu and Persian texts, and he also patronized poets and scholars like Fazi and Tansin, and he created the Navratna system, Navratna assembly hall, that very much prominent scholars resided in Akbar's court to guide his kingship, and he was also supported by these nine jewels. Belagavi Congress session. Belagavi Congress session, which was celebrated in this year as a 39th Congress session, which was chaired by Mahatma Gandhi in Belgaum, now Belagavi, in 1924, which is only the Congress session which was presided by Mahatma Gandhi, and it is only the session which was held in village area. And Belgavi Congress session 1924, the year and presidency chaired by this session by the Mahatma Gandhi, and marking the only Congress session he presided over. Blend of political and social reform. This session was mainly for the Hindu-Muslim unity alongside political goals like Swaraj. During 1924, when Gandhi was arrested after non-cooperation movement during the Chauri Chaura incidents, Gandhi was arrested in 1922 for the 6 years, but early released after 2 years. In 1924, so he constructed a very much ideas to defeat the mighty empire or colonial empire, and he also constructed various prominent tactical figures, various tactical solutions to give the various Indian social masses. Institutional transformation. Gandhi restructured the Congress into a mass movement by reducing the membership fee by 90%, making it accessible to all social classes. Focus on grassroots empowerment. Gandhi also handed over to create to impart the uh, social masses for his creation of mind, like to the help of masses and empower them, and the social uh, benefits or social creation. That means congress session was held in Belgaum because of the uh, Gandhiji thought that if we can held this session, we will held this session to reach out the masses of our concept, our strategy to deliver the masses in the grass at the grassroots level. Focus on grassroots empowerment, cultural and ethical impact. Advocated equality with Brahmin volunteers engaging in sanitation work. Gandhiji also indulged in it. Iconic cultural performance by Vishnu Digambar Paluskar and Gangubai Hangar. Gandhi's famous declaration, "If I am to be born again, may I born a Bhangi." Bhangi simple means who perform their duties to extract septic tanks malpractices. They also practiced as a manual scourger, or manual scourger very much uh, practiced by these Bhangi community, and emphasized social justice and upliftment by Gandhiji. Infrastructure legacy: the construction of Pampas Rover, a well for the season, continues to serve Belgavi, symbolizing sustainable contributions for the event, and visionary resolutions, unique resolutions on urban planning and cow protection linked economic development, with cultural preservation showcasing Gandhi's holistic approach. And next is the geographical point of view that are very important. Geographical figures or places which can ask in the UPSC prelims, or in 2024 more than 20 questions were asked in the prelims exam. So the places in news or other geographical features are very important for the upcoming prelims exam. Lake effect snow. What is lake effect snow? Simply we can define in the name of lake effect. That means lake is effective for the snow or weather phenomenon associated with the Great Lakes region. Great Lakes region are combined, totally combined into the five lakes. Like we can simply define the homes in the short form. Like home means Huron, which is that entire lake comes under the United States, not share boundary with the Canada. Next is Ontario and Michigan. Michigan is the only lake which is not share boundary with the Canada, and it is totally in the territory of United States. Huron is not, okay. Michigan and Erie is the first. Erie is the easternmost lake in these Great Lakes, and this is Superior. Superior is the greatest lake in the greatest freshwater lake in the world, and second largest is Lake Victoria. This Great Lakes region has recently buried towns in upstate New York, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan under several feet of snow. And this is lake effect. Snow is covered these Great Lakes through snow tap cover. Lake effect snow is a localized weather phenomenon producing intense snowfall due to the interaction of cold air with the warmer waters of large lakes. It is found found in common regions near the Great Lakes in the United States, particularly in states like New York, Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. This lake effect forms through cold air, often from Canada, which was a cold air comes from the Alaskan or Canadian territory. That means Labrador current flow to from the north towards the south, moves over the unfrozen and warmer Great Lakes. The warm water transfers moisture and heat to the lower atmosphere. Because the mountain barriers is not preventable to these Great Lakes, because if wind comes from the northern side, because the Rocky Mountain in the western side, Appalachian Mountain in the eastern side, and this is the uh, Californian current, warm current, which is very much prominent, very much uh, circulating in this region of California or Californian desert. Lake effect snow forms when cold air moves over warm water. Cold air moves over the warm lake water. That means heat and moisture cause clouds to form, and clouds grow bigger and snow begins to fall. Because of crystalline solid, snow particles are not breaking during the momentum of these towards the earth, and heavy snow bands form downwind of the lake. Heavy snow falls so created the lake effect snow. Rising air cools, forming narrow bands of clouds that generate snowfall at rates of 2 to 3 inches per hour or more. Factors responsible: cold air must be significantly colder than lake surface temperatures, because cold air is very crucial to affect or frozen the earth's crust or the various earth's surface. Wind direction is creating the temperature which is either low or high. If temperature is lower because of the cooled air masses coming from the region, so wind direction is dictates the specific areas affected by the snowfall. And geography: the physical features of land and water influence the intensity and location. Various impacts: it localized heavy snowfall, often creating significant differences in snow accumulation over small distances. Infrastructure disruptions, including roof collapses and stranded vehicles. Annual snowfall in some areas exceed 20 feet, impacting daily life and regional economies. Next news is related to copper, and these are minerals which are very important, because in 2024 one question was asked related to cobalt, and asked that which country has largest cobalt reserve. So it was the DRC, that means Democratic Republic of Congo. So these are the minerals which is very important. India is confronting a significant copper shortage due to the implementation of quality control order on refined copper effective December 1st, 2024. Japan, which accounts for 80% of India's copper imports. So India is importing its copper from Japan around 80%, over 80% for its consumption, are still awaiting certification, leading to potential supply disruption, because Japan is creating a trade surplus to India, and Japan is also constrained towards the surplus production related to copper. Copper is a reddish brown. This is the features. These are the features of copper metals. Copper is a reddish brown, malleable and ductile metal known for its excellent thermal and electrical conductivity. Properties of copper: it is corrosion resistant. Learn this: corrosion resistance, and possesses antimicrobial qualities, making it indispensable in electrical wiring, electronics, and various industrial applications. Major mines in India like Malanjkhand mine. Remember this Malanjkhand mine, which is located in Madhya Pradesh. It is the largest copper mines in India, producing approximately 17.62 thousand tons in 2023. So you should remember this Malanjkhand mine. Next is Banwas mine, situated in Rajasthan, and Surda mine in Jharkhand. India's copper import: due to limited domestic production, India imports 30 to 40%, and around among these, 80% over 80% importing from Japan if of its refined copper needs. Reasons for copper shortage: because quality control order BIS certification for imported refined copper has halted imports, risking shortages. Sterlite closure: Tamil Nadu Sterlite smelter, once producing 36% of India's copper, remains shut. Impact on India: renewable energy delays. Because India has created its net zero emissions by 2070, India has India has very much urgent to create its renewable energy to fulfill its net zero emissions towards the target of 2070. And copper impacts: scarcity threaten for solar energy, wind energy, electric vehicle, or electrovoltaic projects, crucial for India's net zero emissions by 2070. Higher industrial cost: because of the low technological or infrastructural cost affecting industries nationwide. Import dependency risk: heavy reliance on imports exposes India to global price fluctuations and geopolitical uncertainties. And slow infrastructure development: because of global supply chain resilient infrastructure, which is signed between tripartite countries like India, Japan, Australia, and also United Nations, is creating the supply chain management throughout the world. And it is the supply chain management supply chain management is being promoted by the World Bank as well, for the creation and development of the supply chain should be very easy to adopt the net zero emissions by various developed and developing countries. Santa Ana winds. Santa Ana winds, which affected the United States of America through its wildfires or uh, forest fires, and caused damage across affected regions. Santa Ana wind. Santa Ana winds are strong, dry winds that blow from inland deserts towards Californian desert towards the coast, significantly affecting Southern California's weather. Seasonality: the winds these winds typically occur during fall, but can also happen in winter as well. So these are the Santa Ana winds, which is the move. This is the Rocky Mountain, and this is Santa Ana winds, creating high pressure in the zone of Rocky Mountain, or in the foot foot of the Rocky Mountain, and these winds blow towards the coast and creating a very much hot winds, and this will cause the wildfire. Santa Ana winds formed high pressure systems, airflow dynamics, downslope effect, wind speed. So very much wind speed creating a wildfire due to the resistance of the winds into the vegetation. Regions affected by the Santa Ana winds: primary impact area Southern California, particularly areas around Los Angeles, San Diego, and Ventura counties, and secondary impact parts of Baja California and other coastal regions may also experience similar conditions. And impacts of Santa Ana winds: wildfire risk. The hot dry winds rapidly dry vegetation, creating ideal conditions for wildfires to ignite and spread. UPSC can ask questions related to wildfire, which is prominent to creating a fire in the various grasses like bush fires in Australia, wildfires in United States and other part of the Latin American countries. So these are the very important wildfires named. Structural damage: high wind speeds can damage buildings, power lines and trees. Health effect: dust and allergens stirred by the winds can worsen respiratory conditions and power disruptions. Utility companies may implement precautionary power outages to prevent wildfire ignition from downed lines. Next is Cyclone Chilo. This Cyclone Chilo is is a super cyclone with winds exceeding 200 km per hour struck Mayotte. This is the French overseas territory in the Indian Ocean, causing unprecedented destruction. Here it is the Comoros and Mayotte Island forms French overseas territory. And you should remember the various locations related to the Indian Ocean region. This is the Mozambique country in southern Africa, and this is the Malawi, this is Tanzania, and this is related to the various types of lakes like Lake Malawi, Lake Tanganyika, Lake Victoria is the second largest freshwater lake in the world. Mayotte, France overseas territory of France. This is the Comoros Island. Comoros Island is the political island of whose the Comoros. Comoros is the political island of the African countries. Okay, and this is the Madagascar, which is very important for the bonobo community, which was asked in 2024 prelims examination. So you should remember flora and fauna as well, which are very prominent, while location in news is very important for the prelims perspective. This cyclone Chilo originate and developed over the warm waters of the Indian Ocean, intensifying rapidly due to rising sea surface temperatures, and this can be classified as a supercell cyclone with sustained wind speeds exceeding 200 km per hour and gusts surpassing 250 km per hour. Criteria for a supercyclone: the speed should be more than 220 km per hour or higher. Classification is category 4 or 5 storm on the Saffir-Simpson scale, and local central pressure: extremely low central pressure, often below 920 hectare pascal. And Mayotte Island is situated in the Mozambique Channel between northwestern Madagascar and northeastern Mozambique in the Indian Ocean. This Mayotte has a capital named Mamoudzou, Manorju, located on the mainland island Grande Terre and controlled by the Department or Overseas Department of France. This consists of Grande Terre, main island, Petite Terre, and surrounding islets. Next is Arctic tundra emissions. Arctic tundra, once a carbon sink, is now emitting CO2 and methane because of the northward movement of the sun and the contribution of these to the warm ocean currents move towards the Arctic region, and also the emitting more CO2 and methane gas due to the rising temperatures and wildfires as noted in 2024 Arctic report card. Tundra vegetation are very important because uh, these are the vegetations which are very important for the uh, inhabitants of the fauna in this region. Tundra vegetation refers to the sparse plant life found in cold treeless regions like the Arctic and alpine tundra. It includes mosses, lichens or lichens, grasses, sedges and small shrubs, all adapted to harsh condition, and this region is treeless region and trees are not found in this region, and the bush, not bush but the shrubs are found in this region, and latitude found 66 and half to 75-degree north stretching across regions in Alaska, Canada, Greenland, Scandinavia and Russia. This tundra biome below followed by the taiga biome in the south, and taiga biome followed by the uh, steppes grassland which is the absence of the tree, and it is the tree like grasses grows in this region, and the tropical subtropical region or temperate region in the south and towards the tropical region in the near the equator in the latitude of 30-degree north and 30-degree south. Features characterized by permafrost, low temperatures, short growing seasons and limited vegetation like mosses, lichens and small shrubs. Habitat home to species such as Arctic foxes, caribou, polar bears and migratory birds adapted to harsh climates. Significance for carbon storage stores more than 1.6 trillion metric tons of carbon in permafrost soil because carbon is sinking in this soil or in carbon or in snow covered areas, and if melting of glacier will be happen in this region then it will be concerned for the world to control the carbon emission. So it is very important, it is need to be very important to impart the or to devise the temperature contraction in the near future. Carbon storage significance like climate regulation acts as a cooling agent for the planet by reflecting solar radiation with its ice covered surfaces. Arctic tundra is emitting more carbon because thawing permafrost means the rising temperature warming 4 times the global rate. Active microbes breaking down organic matter and released CO2 and methane. So thawing permafrost is the permanent frozen permanent frozen glacier will thawing means liquidate or getting liquid from the snow to the concern of the extracting or concern for the increasing of carbon emission in these regions. Increased wildfires, the frequency and intensity of wildfires have surged, emitting GHG and accelerating permafrost thaw. Temperature records 2024 recorded the second highest Arctic surface air temperature since 1900, further exacerbating emissions and greenhouse gas feedback loop. Released greenhouse gases from thawing permafrost amplify global warming, perpetuating a cycle of higher emission. Next is cold waves. Indian Meteorological Department has issued forecast for cold wave conditions in northern states like Himachal Pradesh, Punjab, Rajasthan, along with dense fog in parts of Assam and Rajasthan. So you should remember these states also the drought prone areas or uh, underground water extraction or underground water uh, facing severe challenges in these areas. Cold wave is a condition of extreme cooling over a region with temperatures dropping significantly below normal levels for that time of year. Criteria to declare cold wave: when minimum temperatures fall below 10 degrees Celsius in plain areas and 4.5 degrees Celsius to 6.4 degrees Celsius below normal in the hill areas, then it will be categorized into the cold wave. Or we can say when minimum temperatures fall below 10 degrees Celsius in plains and are 4.5 degrees Celsius to 6.5 degrees Celsius below normal, and for hills it will be the 0 degrees below the 0 degrees Celsius are a marker of the cold wave. Severe cold wave is categorized when the temperature given up or 6.5 degrees Celsius or more below normal. Geographic regions behind cold wave in India. Western disturbances. Western disturbances originated in the near the Mediterranean region through its westerlies to blow towards the uh, eastern side of eastern side of the continent, and it will be penetrating in northwestern India, and one branch move towards the Central Asia and another branch move towards the Ganga Valley of India, and it will be creating a severe cold wave. Weak or no western disturbances allow cold air from the north to penetrate deeply into India. Snowfall in Himalayas. Due to the severe western disturbances came in the northwestern part of India and one branch moved towards the Ganga Valley, it will create the snowfall in Himalayas, leads to cold winds sweeping across northern plains. Clear skies enable radiative cooling during nights. And is cold wave a declared disaster in India? So it is being yes. The drought is not categorized into a disaster in India, but cold wave is categorized as a disaster in India by the National Disaster Management Authority. Includes cold waves under its disaster classification, enabling relief measures. Impacts on India. Human health. Increased cases of hypothermia and respiratory issues, especially among vulnerable populations. Agricultural crop very much damage the agricultural crop because of the leaning of the wheat cultivation during the winter season, or it will be impacting the rabi crops very much high damage to the rabi crop, and it will be very impacting to the India's food grain production. Energy demand. Higher energy consumption for heating, stressing power supply systems, and livelihoods. Adverse effects on outdoor workers, particularly farmers and laborers. Transportation disruption due to the dense fog impacting air and road and rail traffic because of damage of the infrastructure due to the snowfall. And next is the hydrothermal vent. Hydrothermal vent, I have discussed this hydrothermal vent in the places in news related topics, so you should watch that video. Okay, so we should end this lecture from here, and I will take lecture for GS paper 2 in the monthly magazine of December 2024. And you should subscribe this channel for update any videos, and you will get every video if you subscribe this channel. So please subscribe this channel, and I will put up your thumbnail to thank you for watching. Have a great day.